We must understand our past and learn its lessons. We must critically analyze the present in order to tame the future. From 1970 to 1980, the naira to dollar rate was 0.6 naira to $1. Today, it is 363% more its previous value, all because we chose to see oil as the only word in soil. Same rulers, yet we fail to connect the dot. We borrow to pay debt. We forget that resident is equally important as president. We devalue our currency and undervalue our curriculum. Our policies flip-flop, making foreign investors to run. We import what we should export. We allow taxi our traders and rob our taxpayers. Yet, we forget one simple truth, that Nigerians might be poor, but Nigeria is not. We have Africa's largest economy, rich natural resources. Huge population means human resources, meaning we can leverage on the strength of our numbers. You see, if you want an economic growth for 1 year, then you should plant rice. If you want an economic growth for 10 years, then you should plant trees. But if you want an economic growth that surpasses more than 100 years, then you should educate children, because in order to change our country, we have to first change our mindset. So today, I welcome you to a new Nigeria where children are groomed from schools to be inventors and masters of creativity. An educational reform that focuses on developing high skills through robust and well-funded technical and vocational education and training programs, especially for those millions of Nigerians outside the formal school system or those who possess only a primary school education. Because a country's economy becomes more productive as the proportion of educated workers increases. A new Nigeria, where Nollywood, which is the second largest film industry, produces more than 2,500 films a year, making millions of Nigerians to be employed and new cinemas to be opened and box office revenue to skyrocket. Because whether we like it or not, entertainment is here for us. So in order to make things sell, we have to move from merry men when things fall apart to king of boys with a lion's heart. Because in half of a yellow sun, you just might find a purple hibiscus. A new Nigeria, where the quality of our data from our national surveys is of excellence. Because in order to effectively manage this country, we have to properly measure it. Presently, Nigeria generates about 5,000 megawatts of power supply for a country of almost 200 million people. In this new Nigeria, we will have sustainable power supply as we combine existing resources with new renewable techniques, especially those gotten from the millions of Nigerians in our school systems. Because a country's economy becomes more stable as the power supply becomes reliable. Agriculture accounts for 30% of the Nigerian economy, and 60% of the citizens are employed in this sector, yet it suffers for so many reasons. In this new Nigeria, the Agricultural Research Council will be upgraded to research into plant breeding, which takes into account many factors in developing high-yield crops. A naira invested in such research is estimated to yield 6 naira in benefits. As farmers choose the most sustainable mechanization, it will lead to value chains and food systems. No gain is so certain as that which proceeds from the economical use of what we have. Nigeria is Africa's largest ICT market, with the continent's telecom subscriber of 82%, 29% of internet usage, and about 11.4% contribution to the national economy, making it the fastest growing contributor to the Nigerian GDP. In this new Nigeria, we will continue to foster partnerships with local ICT companies and foreign investors. We will have friendly policy environment and less injurious regulations. Because the technological progress of a company keeps making the economy moving forward. I can tell you a lot of new ideas on redesigning the Nigerian economy. But first, we must make a good use of economy on our wood, never cutting down new when we can make the old do. There is something stronger than corruption, and that is an idea whose time has come. In order to access an economy at its zenith, first, we must make the interest of the economy a personal one. We must bank on our heritage as we try to be accountable in all that we do. Because in order to save this great nation, we have to put each other in checks, as we cannot expect the government to do it all alone. I believe in this country. I believe in this new Nigeria. And it begins when we choose not to be mere citizens, but more contributors. Thank you.
Thank you.